This assignment requires us to make survey about common problems faced by students in college. We finally chose family expectations or problems as our main topic. The main reason why we chose these topics is because we want to create awareness among students about how important they are as the hope of the family. They need to prove their success to their parents and be the best example to other siblings. The purpose of this assignment is to make sure we have mastered this topic about descriptive statistics, qualitative and quantitative data, sampling method, and the other subtopics. In conclusion, we believe that we will do our best to ensure that we get a clear understanding and be able to explain all the data presentation with the cooperation of all the group members. For data collecting, we use postal questionnaire and internet survey. To collect authentic and accurate data, we have made a survey and distribute the survey through WhatsApp group application such as Jualan IMO and IMO session July 2022 and 2023. The survey form contains 4 qualitative questions and 6 quantitative questions, and all questions given are about our chosen topic, which is family expectations and problems. For qualitative data, the first question is, are you the hope of the family? Based on our survey, we found out that 54% of the respondents are the hope of their family, probably because they are the oldest in the family and need to be the best example for other siblings. Next, 6% of the respondents are not the hope of the family. Lastly, we found out that 40% of the respondents can't decide whether they are the hope of the family or not, big possibility that their family did not put pressure on them in their study journey.
Question 2. Do you always rebel when being pushed by parents with expectation? The data for yes frequency is 13 and the percentage is 26%. For no, 26 frequency and 52% for percentage. And lastly, for maybe, frequency is 11 and percentage is 22%. And this is the graph 1. This is the pie chart of amount of students who always rebel when being pushed by their family. From the survey, we find 26%, 13 out of 50 of the respondents, always rebel when being pushed by parents with expectation. This is probably because they hate being pushed all the time and they feel annoying. Next, 52%, 26 out of 50 of the respondents didn't rebel when being pushed by their family. This is because they're being patient and want to respect their parents, so they just hide their feelings.
question 1, at what age have you stressing about studying? Based on the data presentation, this frequency which is 50, the number of student, midpoint, halfway between the lower and the upper class limit, and then the class boundary, there's lower boundaries and upper boundaries, class width and cumulative frequency, which is the total number of data that is less than a particular value. And then as you can see, there's ogive graph based on this question. Next, the table above shown there's frequency, midpoint, fx, x square, and position that we will use for this equation. So first there's mean. For this equation, we got 17.12 mode, we got 13.7, median 19.28, standard deviation we got 6.36, coefficient of variation we got 37.15%, and then for Peirce measure of skewness, we use the formula means minus with mode and divide with standard deviation. Then we got 0.538, and so the skew is positive because the skew is more than 0.
Two for quantitative data is how many hours KPM and students studying in a day. Based on our survey, this is the respondent data that we obtained in total of students for this question. Based on the data, most of them study on 1 2 hours a day, which is a total of 25 students. Next, a total of 17 people study for 3 to 4 hours a day, and the rest study for 6 hours a day. The graph I used for this question is an ogive. This is the data analysis. Mean for this data is 2.765, mode is 2.516, median is 2.96. For interpretation, the skewness is positive because Pearson's measure of skewness is more than 0.
Hi, my name is HAIREEN and I'm going to present question number 3. How many times do your parents ask you about your academic instead of your struggle? The higher times parents ask their children is 1 until 2 times. So these are the graph of the data presentation. So on my upper left is the particular used in the formula. So the answer for mean is 2.94, while the mode is 2.5. The answer for median is 4.125, and the standard deviation is 0.946. The answer for coefficient of variation is 32.18%, and the Pearson's measure of skewness is positive because it is more than 0.
So for suggestion of survey finding a balance between your parents' expectation of your own desire can feel like a conservator. So first up, it's important to remember that you're all good just as you are. What you choose to do with your life is important. Life is important, but it doesn't define you as a value person. So second, make sure your own expectation on yourself aren't too high. Having a goal is great, but if you put heaps or of pressure on yourself, you probably feel stressed. So in conclusion, remember that there are probably other areas of your life that are talked about. Balancing your parents' and career expectation with your own can be tricky. If you're really struggling, talk to another trusted adult or friend and get their take on it.
So this is the link of the questionnaire and the answer.
To sum up, based on this survey, we found out that not every student likes being the hope of the family, not every student has considerate parents, and not every student enjoys their study journey. Yet, they still want to achieve success for their family. Thank you very much to our lecturer, Puan Rosdiana binti Ramli, for helping us a lot and guiding us in accomplishing this assignment. We also want to thank all the group members for giving high commitment and give their best cooperation in accomplishing this assignment as a group.